You may have read the note that I had put up on the web, and which I believe has been widely circulated. But for those that who have not been able to go through the entire text of the concept note that I have prepared, I'd like to give you a brief insight into what it is all about. It's essentially a concept which seeks to obviate the need for uh, for travel on a daily basis, place of work. We all know that on a day-to-day basis, especially in metropolitan cities, people travel to their place of respective place of work and then travel back in the evening once they've completed the day's work. This has put a tremendous amount of pressure on the roads and other infrastructure facilities, with the result that in places like Mumbai, we witness traffic jams on a daily basis. Initially, one thought that these traffic jams are confined only to the morning hours and then later on in the evening hours, in the reverse direction. But progressively, we find that this is really not the case. Traffic jams are common throughout the day, and they seem to be getting worse. Governments and successive governments have tried to address this problem by increasing the road width, increasing the road network, creating more bridges, creating bypasses, staggering working hours, imposing congestion charges, imposing higher taxes, but it doesn't seem to work. Besides the congestion, and there are other attendant problems that have beset the town, like increased pollution, noise pollution, then the resultant health issues, and for the person who commutes, it results in valuable time lost in journeys, and basically at the end of the day, a lower quality of life for the person who commutes. About 20 years ago, the concept that I have enunciated in the concept paper may not have been a workable one, but today I think it's eminently workable. It will, of course, need major change of mindset, and it will also involve substantial involvement of the government machinery by way of controls, regulations, and even maybe legislation. I thought of this concept when I was traveling to Malad on one of my inspection visits. And I found, I was going there after a long time, and I found the kind of facilities that have come up, malls, office spaces, and the like. It suddenly occurred to me that there was no need for a person to travel all the way to South Mumbai from Malad, uh, jam up the roads, and then have a lower quality of life. I personally foresee, if nothing is done about this, I foresee a situation where a man leaves in the morning and is stuck for the most part of the day in traffic, and after a few hours of work in his office, starts back and reaches only late in the night, with most of his day having been taken up by travel. Now, the point that I am making is that he should not be required to travel more than 5 kilometers from his place of residence. This can be addressed by ensuring that his workplace, even if his main office is uh, far away, his workplace, his actual workplace is within 5 kilometers radius of his place of residence. This can be achieved through the simple mechanism of telecommuting. This usually means also working from home, but then in the Indian context and the Indian mindset, personally, basically cannot get attuned to the concept of working from home. There is the issue of supervision that every employer needs to look at and feels the need to exercise, and this necessitates an actual workplace rather than working from home. So such satellite offices could be created, linked to the main business office through the strong internet or the strong data communication network that are already in place in Mumbai, and attendance could be enforced. The man or the employer need not travel distance. In fact, he could even walk to his place of work. This has, as you could well imagine, and as I have already enunciated in the concept, it has manifold benefits. He gets to work on time, is fresh when he goes, enters office, and gives his best, and leaves and returns home in time to spend with his family. Overall, his quality of life, I am sure, would improve, and the output, his productivity, also would improve. This presupposes certain givens, in the sense that it presupposes that the employer has a satellite office, but and these are fairly ambitious presumptions. But then, unless this is done, I don't think we'll be able to solve the problem of traffic congestion in cities like Mumbai and other metropolitan cities. It would also require a fair amount of legislation or regulation on the part of government, which would mandate this kind of thing, which would impose congestion fees on not the employee but on the employer, which would sort of ensure that the employer willingly is required to set up satellite offices, and then it also would provide incentives to people or to employers who have this kind of satellite offices. I believe, in fact, as cities progress and grow, I believe that this is the only way forward. More roads, in my opinion, encourage more congestion, and that is hardly because I've worked in the infrastructure sector, and I know that they are not a solution to this problem. I would encourage friends to go through the node, and I believe unless there is some sort of movement towards this end, we would continue to see increasing congestion in cities. Thank you.